Chat, I'm going to be trying to do something a little bit different today. So, I know everybody knows that I'm mostly doing streams all the time, but you know what? I'd be a little bit remiss if I didn't actually try to do a recorded video for once in a while. I think the last time I tried to do it was my Sig Sauer video, but you know what? Here, we're going to try some new stuff today. Woo! Yeah, here you go. You got new parties, you got sound effects. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Chat. Today, I'm talking about Asmondgold. So he's going off today about this Microsoft layoff stuff. I was even covering this earlier today in the stream, and I even mentioned it like a few different things before. So he kind of covers the topic like what he knows best. So obviously Asmongold knows about video games. I think he knows a little bit about the industry. I know he had a company where he teamed up with other YouTubers to make computers, but this isn't about that. What Asmongold goes on to is about Microsoft and its downsizing. So Asmongold, even in this, mentions that Microsoft is doing massive layoffs and looking over it, Microsoft has already laid off about 9,000 employees in 2025, and right now is laying off another 3,200 roles for its Xbox division in 2026. In this case, this part, it mentions that it's both American citizens and H-1B visa holders, but we'll get to that in just a second. So, Asmongold uses this as a jump-off point for his video to state that woke moralists, people that got into the industry in the past, blue-haired people, people that made all the women ugly into video games. One of my favorite parts about, and I will defend his claim to this, is that if you want to know if your video game is going to be good or not, do you want to bang all the female characters in the game? And it's actually a pretty funny, but it's also a good dictation of like if a game is going to be good or not. True to fact, true to form, honestly. But he does go into the video games as a profit and direction about going over budget and then trying overscoped. So you're all over the place with a lot of these things, and they can never find a niche audience to actually go to, and most of these things go under. I've talked about it before with a lot of multiplayer games. So many things are coming out now, especially indie titles, that I mean, you'd probably be better off hunting for indie titles. That's the thick of it at this point. But so many AAA games are coming out, AA or whatever, from these big companies, and they're not really seeing a lot of market share into any of their games. The reference that he makes is Doom. I haven't played that one. I think I saw a few reviews for it from here and there. Maybe Synthetic Man, maybe Ackman or something. I watch all sorts of things. But long and short of it, it didn't sell well. A lot of different companies didn't sell well. I think there was a memo going out by what's her name now? This lady, the owner or the CEO of the Xbox division of Xbox. She put out a memo over to Bethesda GameWorks saying, "Hey, you guys got to get your act together. You already screwed up big with Starfield and I think a few other previous games that they were coming out with. So." Right now, their priority number one before anything else is getting the Elder Scrolls out the door and Fallout. So hopefully we do actually see some new Fallout stuff coming in the future, but I'm still not particularly optimistic. So there's always that age-old saying, when you close a door, you open a window, or I guess something like that. Well, when you work in maintenance and when you do stuff like I've done in the past, when you fix one problem, you create about 10 more. So in this case, I already kind of gave it away. American citizens, H-1B visa holders, why would I point that out more so than anything else? Well, Microsoft ranks as the fourth largest H-1B sponsor in the United States for fiscal year 2025, having applied with 9,362 LCAs with an average offered salary of $172,000. That's some pretty good money. I wouldn't mind some of that money. Would you mind that kind of money, chat? Of course you would. That's why the whole point of this video and why the whole point I'm making it. So H-1B, inside Microsoft layoffs and the foreign visa loophole. Hey, look, we got Newsweek right here. There you go, chat. I'm stepping up my game. I got my sources right here. I got Newsweek. I'm doing the Tim Pool thing. Like I'm credible sources, not like any shady stuff off the side of the internet. I actually worked hard for this one. Microsoft has initiated another major workforce reduction, cutting nearly 4,800 employees as it begins its new fiscal year. The move coincides with continued surge in high-skilled visa filings, raising questions about how the company is reshaping its labor force while publicly insisting roles are not being replaced by AI. Now, this is a bit off topic, off this part. They have to make this statement because anytime that they're doing downsizing or something, they you get a lot of conspiracies going on in the market. So by claiming that if they're downsizing at all and not saying that they're reshaping to AI trends, then you can bet your sweet bippy that their stock price is going to crash if they do this. I think like one company just said, nope, we're not pivoting to AI or anything. This was right after the Allbirds shoe thing fiasco, where a company, what does a shoe company need with AI? I don't know, but I guess they're doing it, so they're completely pivoting, or they've already done so, and without owning any servers, surprisingly. But this is what they mean by that. If you're going to do downsizing, you always have to say we're pivoting to AI, or we're focusing more on AI, just so you don't scare off shareholders. But yes, I'm not. They don't necessarily say anywhere what the layoffs are going to be, other than which divisions of Xbox. So recent layoffs: Xbox CEO Ash Sharma, there she goes, there's their name, announced that the termination of approximately 3,200 American employees. Okay, so there it is. That's a little more. Okay, that's a little more to the point, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for Americans, but better for my point. But I always like being proven wrong, because I'm pretty much a little bit black-pilled on a lot of these different things. So Asmondgold is very positive in this. You can hear it in his voice. He's like, "Take that, woke moralist. We're gonna get good games back." I don't necessarily think so, unfortunately. Sorry to say this. What I presume more than anything else is they're just going to replace all of these American employees that are going with Xbox with H1B people, as I'd emphasized. Here's more information to that I found out off of h1bgrader.com. I don't necessarily know if this is like more credible or not than Newsweek, but I guess it's just more information to add to it that try to back up my claims. So you can see here over their last couple of years, they have almost 10,000. Well, it's 9,166, 9,000 again, 7,000 again. 11,000, and this year at a reduced capacity of 2,879. So this is good. This is like good trending, right? Unfortunately, if you start looking into it, it's actually, this is only because of new H1B requirements for 2026 fiscal year. So they have added requirements, extra scrutiny, and that's kind of the reason why. If you also see, they also cover the pay range. You can see here, oh, look at that. 2017, they had 132 as the average, 132,000. This year, they have 183,000. I'd like to be making that money. Wouldn't you like to be making that money, chat? Of course you would. But that's where I'm kind of leading on to, is I don't necessarily see a good direction for this, and I never actually see a good direction pivoting more and more towards Indian workers. I've seen a trending where this constantly keeps happening. So here you go. Tata Electronics confirms data breach after 630 gigabytes leak claim targets Apple and Tesla. Tata Electronics obviously is the one from India, and they're actually responsible for the data leak. So I guess you're trying to save a couple of dollars by shifting your electronics production over to Tata instead of what was it, Foxconn or something in China. So this is the result you get, and I'm pretty much expecting sort of the same kind of result over in Microsoft. There you go. This is their stock portfolio right now. This is why they're probably having layoffs. They're not seeing the good quality of their games. Like I'm saying, I'm not really seeing a positive look on this. So let's go back to this kind of topic right here. $183,000 for an H-1B salary. That sounds pretty good. It almost sounds like so good that a lot of Americans would probably be jumping at this opportunity if they had the chance. And chat. That's the next part. That's the next pivot. Oh, flight from Syracuse. It would also, if this topic of H-1B abuse was not covered extensively by tons and tons and tons of people, most predominantly, this is the one that got me off of a bunch of different sites and different charts and graphs. Check out the charts and graphs, chat. So this is Flight from Syracuse. I think he got booped on the snoot a while ago for his YouTube channel for this very video. In it gets pretty rough to watch a few things, but he does have a few references. Here's one from Statistica where so you're saying, hey, we all these Indian H-1Bs that are coming in. They just know how to code a lot better. They're just so much better than all of us. Which, I mean, in and of itself doesn't necessarily make much sense, because the company was founded in the United States. I mean, if we're prioritizing as a country the creating AI, creating programs, all the Microsoft was founded here, Apple was founded here, all these things. You would assume that, especially around the where they were founded is you'd have like a good schooling system. Well, actually, yes, you do. See, here you go. 90% of Indian engineers lack key skills. There you go. So for graduates able to write correct code with few errors, hey, look, there's 9.9% from India, 8.6% from China, and 34.1% from the US. Hey, that's not too bad. So graduates not able to write correct code, that's a lot bigger over in these two. And then graduates not able to write compiled code. I don't actually know what that means because I don't actually know how to compile stuff. I should have listened to more Terry Davis videos, chat. I'm sorry. But as you can see here, just from the basic idea of graduates able to write correct code, a lot of US people. So why do we need to appeal so much to this 9.9% in India? May have something to do. You know what? I'm just spitting out stuff here, chat. I may just be something to do with CEO Satya Nadella. Hey, look, chat. Maybe this pivot to AI and stuff over in Google. Maybe that might also not be necessarily a good thing. Just saying things. I'm just a crazy guy here. I'm the crazy guy, chat. But hey, at least they're well educated, chat. At least all these Indians H1B, we know we're doing well, except that they're not. Indian authorities have seized approximately 100,000 counterfeit degree certificates. Again, I don't necessarily I want to be the Tim Pool of this. I want to actually provide you with citations over here. So there we go. There's MSN.com. There's India fake degree scam sparks H-1B visa scrutiny in the U.S. This is probably why they have the 2026 new requirements and why there's so few this year. But yeah, like I'm saying, I'm seeing a lot of similarities here. There's only so much that you can say about this topic on YouTube. Please help me, chat. I am making this of my own free will.